When we look to the saddle bronc riding, it was exciting last night. Once again, it's all brought to you by Energy Transfer. Now, the higher they jump to the better they buck. You're going to watch Rider Wright. Here is a millionaire of the Wright family. He's already $3,000. What can we do tonight, guys?
Sterling Crawley of Hyco, Texas is where it all starts. A Sam Houston State University standout. 7 different trips to the National Finals. Come along. The National Finals fucking horse from the Calgary Stampede. And I don't like seeing that boy.
I don't either. He looked hurt last night. And after he hit the ground last night, I was like, okay, I don't know if he's 100%. And now he's going to lose those swells again. That's what happened to him last night. I think he's just battling his saddle a little bit right now. One fine human being, I can tell you that. You won't get him any better than him. Let's go to a rematch. About a month and a half ago, Wyatt Casper was with Bobby T in Fort Worth on this horse called Enough Cherry. Scored 87 points. Bob, you watched it firsthand.
Well, Lake Green comes right behind him with an 87 in San Antonio. K. Bruno, 84 back in December in Vegas. Wyatt Casper now number 11. Ended up third in the world last year. This is an everyday working cowboy in the Panhandle, Miami. It's not Miami, that's in Florida. It's Miami in the Panhandle of Texas. A couple of years ago in the big fires, we sent some hay to this young man and his cows.
Looks like Stetson Wright trying to help him. They want this horse to stand up because, as we've explained to Mark out before, first jump out of the chutes, he wants to be able to use those feet to keep him above the horse's shoulders, right? So if your feet are trapped inside the bucket chutes, it's hard to get him in position once the gate opens.
Well, if you open the gate when a horse is in this position, and sometimes he'll flip over backwards, good move, Wyatt. Step off, let the horse get up.
Say, I think it was Casey Hart's call down front. He was shoot bossing, and he decided we're going to roll forward so that we can roll this horse and free him up. So we're going to roll forward to the guy that won the round last night, but has never won rodeo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let the legend spur in his toes. Look at his toes, turned east and west on his outbound horse.
I know that they put on clinics, but if you wanted a video tutorial of how to ride saddle broncs, this is it. I mean, this horse goes right down the pin. The rider turns those toes out, beats the horse to the ground, 83 and a half as his world champion brother gets a ride on the gate, cheering him on.
All right, we're going back to Wyatt Casper.
He missed his horse out last night, so that means no money, and he had to come a charging, and he did. 21 years old, 1,500 miles from home, riding a Canadian bucket horse in Bayou City dirt, and 81 and a half. See him toting those toes out? Ooh, that's good.
I want to make a point, Bob.
Please.
So we had bourbon just a minute ago, and now we have sipping on fire. What do you think some of these stock contractors are doing when they're naming horses?
I do not like that stuff on fire.
What is your insinuation?
130 proof.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying maybe it happens late at night when they're drinking.
If you don't know what insinuation means, you probably shouldn't answer.
I've seen it. I've seen it on fire. I've seen it trying to fly an airplane on it.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Jake Finlay of Goondiwindi, Queensland, Australia. Sitting on fire from the Serby family. They were 84 on this horse in Omaha, and the red-headed Aussie needs it. After a no score one night ago, he will come back on the Chestnut, the horse from Colorado. The man coming to us from the land down under, we are chasing 83 and a half. He will be 80 and a half. That will put him third.
Well, he was a little more than that when he won the Pendleton Roundup. What a rodeo.
I don't want to build on Andy's point, okay? But here you go. Seriously, you had bourbon, then you had sipping on fire. The next one.
That's why I made his wife now get a ring for $10,000 one night in the grandstand.
This horse is no slouch either. I mean, he bucked off millionaire Rusty Wright in Denver, so you have to make sure you're ready to ride.
Rusty actually lost his stirrup on this horse in Denver. And to your point, it's pretty tough to get Rusty dirty. Cole's a bull rider. I've seen him eat 90 points in the bull riding. You ever see the movie Floating Horses? He was the stunt man for the cowboy that played Casey Tibbs in that movie. Yeah, he rode bucking horses blindfolded in the movie Floating Horses.
No, thank you.
No. Come on, Dad. He was in the autograph section last night with his little girls. You get a chance to meet him a little bit later. Right now, he's real busy. Oh, that horse finally slowed down. And it wasn't a turn to the left. It was kind of just a little sachet.
He was drifting. I like sachet better than drifting, Bob. Your point is so much better. This black horse is sashaying to the right. 76. 76. What they will mark Cole Elshier.
Right. Step for step.
He was 87 on this horse last July in Pinoca, Alberta, Canada. So,
This 8-year-old mare, Zeke Thurston, was also 86 and a half in the NFR. And that would be the type of number that Leon needs. 76 last night was not enough to get a big check. Long, leggy mare. Leon from Corona, New Mexico. He's opened it up. Oh, boys, there was a little bit of daylight underneath his seat at the end of this ride. He was giving his all till the end of the whistle.
He tried to lead to the right, she went to the left, and when that happens, it'll separate you. Look at this, lift, reach, That 87 and a half in Pinoca. Let's see how close you can get to that tonight. This is a much bigger pin than Pinoca, Alberta, and a great rodeo that is. All right, judges, click them. We're all electronic, by the way, with our judges. Everything's electronic here.
I'm flesh and bone.
74 and a half. You really are?
I think so. Oh, Leon!
Beautiful, whoa, white horse. He comes from Baker City, Oregon.
So there's a discussion that's going on down there, and the discussion is between the judge and the contestant. The contestant is saying, I didn't call for that steer, and the judge is having a word with him about whether or not they saw what they needed. Now, if this happens, we do draw an extra steer. If the judge decides to allow Jesse to run a second one, he will. Okay, the ruling is he will get a second steer. That steer is randomly drawn, just like all the other steers. It just means instead of Jesse going first, he's going to have to go. Or do they go the extra right now? Might have loaded. No, they didn't. No. We're going to Scott Gupta.
Four-time Canadian champ, was 20-7 in round one of our final Super Series. Before we start our semifinal competition tomorrow night, Scott backs in the corner knowing he needs more funds. If he wants to continue, start, good steer, goes right into his office. 4.9 was the time that won round one. So that is the kind of run that Gunther needed to bounce back. Great position with that left horn down. He goes to the nose. Everything finishes up nicely. 4-9 for Scott.
Got a little something on his shirt, though.
Well, it's green for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, there you go. I know some guys wear their belt and other guys don't. I wonder how they make that decision.
The guys that might have had a horn run up under their belt at one time or another going, that was not fun, I think I'll take my belt off. Safety.
Gotcha. No time last night for this Texan from Hallsville. Justin Schaffer won our Super Shootout back in 19. Come on, let's get some money. There you go, Justin. Just right. Hey folks, Texas just took the lead, all 6'2" of it. 4.7. That's how you bounce back after an overtime last night.
Oklahoma got to catch up now, Eddie.
You're right, Bob.
Okies.
And I would love to see this man at 33 years of age qualify to his first national finals. Chance Howard, originally from Arkansas, as our gentleman pointed out, living in Oklahoma. He won $8 grand in San Antonio. He's a farrier by trade, but he's currently number 5 in the world. He won last night with a 4 and 9. Slides the steer to completion. 6 and 1. 6 and 1. That puts him third after 3 steers that we bring.
2,000 at his first NFR in December of 2024. As Bob told you, he makes most of his money as a stuntman in Hollywood.
Jumping off tall buildings and fighting fire. Oh, hey.
Yep. Okay. Tucker, 5'10", 180 is whooping up at all the big boys. By 1/10 of a second, Ventura, California moves to the #1 spot.
Miami of Mississippi brings us Will Loomis, and we had a chance to ask him, what's going to put you over the top this year in Houston?
You know, just drawing the nice steers. This is a cowboy event for us because we have to run them so far. Horsepower has never been my issue, so maybe we just, draw better.
See, that makes a great point. You don't get the short rodeo first and go, I got dibs on the yellow one. It doesn't work that way. The steers are randomly drawn. Oh, let's hope we got a good one here. Little rocket kick at the end. 6 and 3 after having a rough one last night.
I don't like the way he got out of there. It's kind of jerky. Start, pull, go. Hard on a horse. That big horse carrying 250 pounds. That's a heck of a horse. All right, Jacob. Here's another big one. 6 foot 230. Jacob Talley from Keachai, Louisiana. Here's a big deal, folks. He's at $981,000 in his career. Houston could put him way over the top with all of that. No time last night. Here's the mulligan. Let's ride in. Now you're seeing him bring that horse back again. What do you pay a guy, Andy? What do you think standard if you ride his horse and you win?
Typically, it's 25%. So as Boyd pointed out a few nights ago, you win $10,000. You pay the guy that owns the horse $2,500.
And usually that's if he's the hazer as well. Now, if you've got a different hazer and you're riding a different horse, 12.5% for the horse. Usually the 25 is if you're both the hazer and providing the horse. Yeah. Let's ride hard. Let's hold on. Yeah. The Raging Cajun throws one down in 4.8. Puts you in the #3 spot.
It is crowded now. 4-6, 4-7, 4-8, 4-9. It's like playing blackjack and drawing from a deck of cards.
Andy, a lot of people don't realize this. You can buy a good team of bulldogging horses today for $500,000. If you get them for $300,000, they're going to be standard and average.
Well, the other thing, too, that I think is important, and these top steer wrestlers each and every year, it's not...
Those panels back there would be telling him, I saw so-and-so on this steer, they were 5'9", somebody was 6 flat. Now, as you ride around the corner to come back in, Baker City, Oregon, get your cameras on the TV for the Cowboy channel again.
Curious to watch this gray horse. Last night, that horse was delivering the Cowboys really close to the steer. So we had one or two slide over and miss the left horn. Jesse Brown, the quarterback for Washington State University, the champion of Fort Worth, Texas, the #1 ranked steer wrestler in the world. 32 years old. Here we go. Right on. Left horn down. Skid, slide, and wrestle.
Ooh, he had to wrestle, as you said it.
Boy, he went from the end zone, the east range on the north side. Still proving 8-9.
His dad, Jim Brown, Uncle Rocky, they be sliding on the front ring floor in Baker tonight. Well, you need to draw better than that, son. 8.9 is how it comes down. Andy, here comes your highlights.
You see him backing in the corner. As the horses give chase, the Cowboys slide off the saddle and into the pocket. They bring that left horn down before they go to the nose to throw their steer. When the heels click, like Dakota made them. And the stroll back from Tucker Allen, you get times like these. Tucker Allen at the top for the 4 and 6, followed by Justin and Dakota. But here's the board that matters, Bobby G.
Tucker Allen, Hollywood, 37.50, but that's only 250 ahead of Eldridge. Ken Towers right on their tail as well. It is going to be a battle of the men tomorrow night, and it's all brought to you by Mattress Firm. Thank you.
It's the ladies in a horse race. Around 3 barrels. Barrel racing is next.
Knock them down. You ready to go, Houston? Come on. Kick. 15-13.
A little bit quicker than her first round run. That got her 750. We'll have to see where that stacks up tonight. Here's your defending champion, Leslie Smallyago. Won this rodeo in 2024. She was 1481. Winning round 1. A little assistance from Taos Muncie, one of our pickup men. Bringing Gus up the alley, sparkling the whole way. Around barrel number 1, Oklahoma Lady. She needs one more turn to do it again. And she stops it at a 14.72. Get quicker, fellas. That's what she wants. Improvement with every run.
Yep, so everybody just a hair quicker. Jessica 6/10. Leslie 9/10 quicker. Now, let's see Sadie Troyer. She was a late addition. She replaced Sarah Winkleman, and she comes out and wins second in the first round. Weatherford, Oklahoma, on the move. Tight corners, straight lines, giddy up, cowgirl. We're headed for the house. Ooh, that looked faster than that to me. 15:20 after being 14.96 last night. Didn't want that.
The next lady and the next yellow horse you're going to watch are multi-millionaires. We're going to switch horses tonight. Old sister getting a break, and here is Haley Kinzel. She was a college champion in 017, but she has won 4 world titles. Got her out of tonight, no penalties, and a 14.91. We're staying in the mix, guys.
It's good enough for second right now. She tipped a barrel last night, so it's good. To get her into the money, we'll love to have Haley in every round we could get her in.
It was a great start to our barrel race tonight. Leslie Smallyago, we called it. She's still number 1. She won last night. She's number 1 after the first 4. Let's take a look.
Now, takes her spot at barrel 1. Nice turn on her first one. That blind first barrel, they have to pick their spot. She found it. Now she's around the third. Let's go. A vast improvement at 14.95. That is third for Chelsea. Nice work.
6/10 of a second faster. That's beautiful. Nicely done by Chelsea. Now watch you look at the saddle on our next barrel racer. No back cinch, no press collar, no tie down. Julie Blurdy lives in Crump, Texas, but she's a French Canadian from Quebec, Canada. She clocked 15:08, finishing the top 3 yesterday. Can the Canadian get a little more money in round number 2? Blurdy. Yes, she can. That just put her in the number 2 spot, 14.79. So Julie Blurdy is looking good.
And awesome work by Julie. And the ground's getting faster, guys, as we get set for Jody Miller. This is her horse, Fuego. off these barrels.
Well, if everybody's got a shot at advancing a little bit, Stephanie Fryer ran a 1995 last night. That included a barrel down. Just make it clean. You got to be in the 14-7. And you're going to get some money out of it tonight. Stephanie Fryer comes from Waco, Texas. Yeah. Did I say she's from Texas? Back to here. 1487.
We're going to have a chance for 2 sweeps tomorrow. Ryder White and a Leslie Small game. That's going to be interesting. The final round of the Super Series. There you go, girl. And be consistent. And she is. 3-4 the first one, 3-8 on the second. No broken barriers. Everything looks good for Tiffany.
She just came here from winning my hometown rodeo in Ocala, so keep those good vibes rolling. Danielle Loman of Gilbert, Arizona, is smart, had a hard run calf last night where she was 4-4. She can throw it as far and as fast as anybody in the breakaway roping. But last night, she had to use her better judgment, free her horse up and just make it fit. Last year, she won Fort Worth and San Antonio, making her 3rd trip to the national finals. Another hard-running calf, Danielle cracks it out. 3.8. She is now tied for 2nd with Tiffany.
A lot of the top breakaway ropers in the world are in the Super Series. As a matter of fact, 6 out of the 8 are in the top 20. This is the highest ranked one right here, Joey Williams at number 5.
Well, she ended up 7th in the world the last year. The lady won $4,000 in Fort Worth. She broke a barrier last night. She has a master's degree in business administration. With a master's, she shouldn't break the barrier. She is serious.
Don't think the barrier reads your resume.
Mooching to that horse. Now the calf steps too far forward. There, that's the look. He took it. Yeah. Nice. 2.9.
It's the night of ties.
Yeah,
tied for 1st and 2nd.
2nd and 3rd.
Tied for 3rd and 4th.
I say it's a night to break some ties. So why don't we break a tie by going back to a rodeo Houston champion from 2023. This is the number 8 ranked breakaway roper in the world. Her name is Hallie Williams from Comanche, Texas. Her dad was originally a Floridian and he came to Texas, won 8 world championships in a row in the team roping, got inducted to the Hall of Fame and stayed right here. At her 2nd NFR qualification in 2024. 3-7 to finish 3rd last night.
Ease up. Let your horse rest. Stepping back. See, she's back in a nice right pocket. Hope she doesn't have to cut anything. Looks good.
See how aggressively she swings her rope. Her dad had kind of the same style when it came to the head and side when Boyd talked about it winning those 8 gold buckles. See how quickly she swings it with that short stride of the horse? And at 3-3, she moves into 3rd. Just keep collecting those checks, Haley. We will advance you on.
That breaks the tie for 3rd and 4th. Oh, wow, they loaded this one quick. Maddie Dearman, home from Mexico. Number 4 in the world, plus incorrected. She's the highest ranked one here. And Maddie with a 4 flat to go with a 3-3 last night. I tell you what, this is going to be a real competitive breakaway rope with 1 round left to go. Look at this. I mean, socialism. We're spreading the wealth everywhere.
Well, remember, they advance on money, and the next lady to go is the reigning champion of the world. And she has won the least amount of money of anybody before this calf. A master's in sports management and a very serious look. What a cowgirl, 3-time in the park.
as you've seen the look of determination from Haley Williams. The start for cowgirls like Shelby when they come out riding and roping. Tiffany making it fifth, whipping her slack, watching it break away is Loman. On one of the toughest nights of breakaway roping, all clean runs, getting checks, and a smile from the past rodeo Houston champ. 2 and 9, tied at the top with Macy and Joey. But here's that money board, Bobby T.
The money board, and where we're going to take tomorrow night, $32.50, $500 out of it. Joey Williams, come on. Tiffany, you haven't got much more to catch up. I say, all right, now it's away from his hand. Oh, look at here, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. There you go, boy. He got his revenge.
It got close. At the very end, his hand pops loose. But he is going to stay to the very end. Watch. Bull drifting to the left. Here's a great shot of his hand popping at the end of it. But it doesn't matter. 85 points for Jarmo.
I know there's a cut horse family tonight that he rides 2 years old for. The Dufarina House will be on their feet.
Let's go to Goshen, Utah. Next. Hayes Wade, the 25-year-old cowboy, 2 times the NFR. A month and a half ago, he was the champion of the Dixie Nationals in Jackson, Mississippi. He marked 87 in San Antonio, but he's got a bull called Violex Bandolero. This bull is 7-2. Buck off Brody Erie here in Super Series 1. Watch the feet of the cowboy as he limps away. We just talked about Methodist a second ago. But watch his feet come off the rope. And then the bull steps on him. Beautiful job by Bo Sheets. Watch Bo Sheets, one of our bullfighters here. This bull's going to get on top of him. And Bo and Dusty are right there to stand in the way. Great job. Oh, man. Ouch. That's going to leave a mark.
Hate to see that grimace as he walks out of the arena, but how about a round of applause for our bullfighters? Excellent job. Brady Courtney, Caldwell, Idaho. 6'1", 160 for the 30-year-old fan of the Boise State Broncos. He's got a bull that already claimed a world champion as a victim here at Rodeo Houston. Barfly, the Survey Championship Rodeo Company, bucked off Stetson Wright just about a second longer than he wanted it to. All right, Brady, in that water qualifier. That didn't take long.
Maybe in my notes, when I noted that Stetson got bucked off this bull, I also noted the judges marked the bull 44.5. Folks, half the score comes from the bull on a scale of 1 to 50. The other half comes from the cowboy on a scale of 1 to 50. When you get a bull that's getting marked 44.5, that means you could be 90 or more points, which doesn't happen very often. My heart breaks for Brady, but that was a handful of bovine.
Talking about 8 seconds. Oh, we talked, Tristan, I don't think we're going to have time to hear it. He says 8 seconds feels like 8 seconds. Tristan Hutchings, Mountain Idaho. Whoa, buddy. That's another rematch. He was 4.5 seconds on him the last time, Andy.
You're right, Bob. This bull bumped him off 2 years ago. But tonight he is changing his stars. 88 points for Hutchins.
That guy, all he does is get to the whistle. He's 2 for 2. He's ridden both of his bulls in the Super Series. Now let's go to Agunda Windy, Australian cowboy, going to college for Western Texas College. This is Scott Wells. He's the number 6 ranked bull rider in the world. He won the finals in Tucson with an 88-point ride. He was 78 last night. So if he wants to keep up with the Hutchings, he at least needs to cover this bull. The bull is the bull's ridden 9 times, only 8 times by the right-handed guys. And he's right-handed, so this is a good sign for Scott Wells.
The bull doesn't care that he's right-handed. He said, "Get off my back." Now, bulls will do that. Horses will do too.
You know what else about this bull? His hide would make such a beautiful living room rug.
Boy,
Well, I'm serious. It's beautiful.
you're going to read this bull's feelings journal and feel really bad about that comment.
I don't think he can understand me, although I have been accused of being a bull whisperer.
Bull whisperer.
I don't think, yeah, cut the whisperer part out and add
I'm
another word.
gonna go for the same thing and make sure it's in the front room. Oh no.
Stop reading the captions.
You stay on those captions, people. I'm a senior member of this group, and I like captions.
No, let's go over to Roscoe right now. Let's go to Jamie and Roscoe Jargo.
We have Roscoe Jargo back behind the bucket juice. Roscoe, you were the very first guy out. You needed to get that ride tonight. How big of a relief is it to get it done?
Oh, it's awesome. Couldn't ask for a better crowd here too, so thanks for you guys being here. It's making our job a little easier.
Well, and such a great ride too. There was a moment where that bull tried to pull you down, but you kept your weight back. What was going through your mind for that adjustment?
Oh, well, the first 2 jumps we were going pretty straight, and last back we were going straight, so I was glad that he turned back and got my head down.
Let's get back to the bull ride.
This one's turned back too. Oh, this one turned back as well for 6.39 seconds. Scott Wells looked like he was going to cover this dude. Bull turns back to the left, and right-handed bull rider. Why 13 of the 15 guys who have ridden this bull been right-handed? When the bull spins to the left, it's tough for me to figure that out. But again, a great save. This time by Nate Justice, along with Dusty Toughness. The bullfighters remain fearless. We get a no score for Scott Wells.
I say we make some history, Bob. We got an NFR bull named Centerfold that was last ridden in August of 2024.
And he's got an 80% bug on, so that means it's to the positive side, Andy.
He's got no horns.
Oh, Dusty Toughness, watch this one. Tristan Mize got bucked off this bull.
They're the meanest. The ones with no horns are the meanest bulls, I'm telling you.
There's 15 guys and he's bucked off. And Hawkwind, here comes the Thermopolis, Wyoming Cowboy, Montana Circuit Champion. Get your right foot down, too late. Bullfighters, look, watch those guys, watch them.
Is it just me, or does that bull kind of remind you of the old bull named Dogface? You know, just a butt-headed bull that gets up in the air and stays close to the shield, but no score.
Man, if Dusty Toughness ever falls down in front of Amelia again, people will dread the day we ever met one another. Let's go to Jake Gardner. We asked him to tell us.
Here is your Maple Leaf champion flying. Oh, Canada, not gonna make that work. Boy, he does live in some mighty pretty country, guys. I've spent a lot of my life in Canada, coast to coast, from border to border, and Fort St. John is beautiful.
You hear the sound? The whistle. Oh, that's funny. Preacher Man. It's the name of the bull. This is the bull that they won the entire rodeo on last year. The very last ride of the rodeo was on this bull by a man named Creek Young, who scored 87 points to win Rodeo Houston. Today, it is J.R. Stratford's turn to try to get it done. Come on, J.R. He's going back the other way.
No problem. He's fucking both ways to the first to the left, back to the right. Look at that belly. He said, where'd that guy go? I want a piece of that guy kicking me in the belly. Woo! Folks, that's a hot rod they call the Preacher Man. That is right. On Monday night to the 2 just watching him, boy.
Yeah, they're gonna tie for the win. Up and down, down is up. Everything is turned around in the bull riding, but that number one sign by Tristan, he knew he'd done. You bet. Beat that test, Cowboy. You earned it. 88 by Tristan Hutchins, 85 twice by Jarbo and Stratford.
Big money, we got 5 in a row, 5,000. Tristan Hutchins, boys bragging on him. Jake Gardner, I'm proud of you. That was bull riding, and it's all been brought to you by Rock and Roll Denim.
Up next, a very special tribute to some of our favorite athletes. We want to welcome 4,000, 2,000, and then 3 teams at the bottom was zip zero. Folks, half the score comes from the bowl on a scale of 1 to 50. The other half comes from the Cowboy on a scale of 1 to 50. When you get a bowl that's getting marked 44 and a half, that means you could be 90 or more.
Hey, loopalik is from.
Bull doesn't care that he's right-handed. He said, get off my. Now, bulls will do that. Horses do too.
You know what else about this bull? His hide would make such a beautiful living room rug.
This bull's feelings journal and feel really bad about it.
He used to be the bull whisperer.
Bull whisperer.
I don't think, yeah, cut the whisperer part out. And add another word.
I'm gonna go for the same thing and make sure it's in the front room. No.
Stop reading the captions.
You stay on those captions, people. I'm the senior member of this group, and I like
He
captions.
was going to cover this dude. Bull turns back to the left and right-handed bull rider. Why 13 of the 15 guys who have ridden this bull been right-handed? Well, the bull's been to the left. It's tough for me to figure that out. But again, a great save. This time by name Justice. Along with it.
Going on, Dennis. Sunday champion, get your right foot down.
Hey, open and
Bull fighters. Watch those guys. Watch it.
Is it just me or?
What do you think, boy?
Well, I just, that's enough Jerry and it's Wyatt Casper. Lots of action on the front end from this horse, too. A lot of head bobbing. And,